I took something out of Hard Knocks, more than just entertainment, more than just, I don't know, take away the football, right? Take away any of the drills, any of the tackling, move it aside. You guys know I'm very optimistic about this team for a couple of reasons. A, it's the NFL. And short of a couple of franchises, everyone believes they've got a shot to make the playoffs. It's what makes the NFL the NFL. That's not the case in the NBA. It's not the case in MLB. And it's not the case in the NHL. The NFL's currency is hope. I think the Lions are elevated out of that bottom 2 or 3 teams where there is no hope. Like if you're an Atlanta fan, there's no hope. You know what's going on this year. But beyond that, I took something away from Hard Knocks, and it was specific to Dan Campbell. Now, understand something. I don't have to like or love a coaching style in order to say that it will or won't work. There are plenty of guys who do it a way I like and it doesn't work. Plenty of guys who do it in a way I don't and it does work. But Dan Campbell, I think what you could take away from last night is there is a connection with his team, and it's the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter what people in the media say. It doesn't matter what fans say. It doesn't matter what talking heads say. None of it matters. Provided your coach is connected to his team and has the respect of his team. And I think watching last night, there was one scene in particular where he is talking to them about why they are in pads at the conclusion of practice. And what that scene, if you distill it down, is no matter how hard he coaches, no matter how intense he is, no matter how goofy he may be, he is treating them like grown-ass men. It is everything Matt Patricia did not do. And when you go back and look at how hard they played for him down the stretch last year, they were not a good football team. They were ravaged by injuries. They were woefully short on talent. But they kept playing. When you go back to that and wonder why, I took away from Hard Knocks last night, you were given visual, audio proof of it. It's a proof of concept that Dan Campbell and how much he cares about his players, how much his staff cares about players. It's the absolute polar opposite to the way Matt Patricia did business. Right off the top, you're off to a good start. But then when you talk about this team, it's one thing to gain the belief. I think what they're doing is strengthening. And when we talk about year 2, and you guys know how I feel about this, I gave you the comp Monday when Costa was sitting in with us. And nothing's a perfect comparison, but I gave it to you. The 2016 Cowboys went from 4 wins to 13. Do I think the Lions will get to 13? No. But work with me. Their offensive line didn't get to play together a single game last year. They could be one of the best units in football, with one of the best running backs in football, with an underrated cast of weapons. I could stop right there, and that gets me to 7. If the defense gives me anything, which I think they're much improved in the front 4, much. Linebackers concern me, corners concern me, I get it. But when you put all of it together, and you've got a staff and a room of guys that respect each other, care about each other, believe in each other, that's pretty damn powerful. Now look, every team's working hard in camp. Every team has similar conversations. All I'm concerned with is this team. I don't do Chicago radio. I don't do Minneapolis radio. Thank God I'm not in Green Bay. I care about what we're doing here. So as I throw the number out to you, 248-539-9797, yes, what did you take out of Hard Knocks last night? I'm not just throwing that out there and going to sit back and listen. I'm giving you what I got out of it. And I want to know if you think I'm crazy. Because I will tell you, I came out of last night more optimistic than I already was. Because what you were given, I don't think you can fake. Like, when the Cleveland Browns were on Hard Knocks, I found Hugh Jackson to be incredibly fake. I found the whole thing to be fake. And yes, Baker's RV was funny, but Hugh Jackson had no credibility, and you could see it. You don't have to like Dan Campbell, but there's credibility there. Guys, trust in me. I'm not crazy. I know being in pads this early is hard. I know you might think it's nuts. Here are my reasons why, and I'm begging you, believe in what we're doing here. And I think the fact that you got a lot of former players on staff, there's more credibility there. The Aaron Glenns, the Deuce Staleys. I came away from last night, take all the football and just throw it in the garbage. None of it means a thing. The preseason doesn't mean a thing. Who made a tackle, who missed a tackle, it doesn't mean a thing. Preseason's all about stay healthy. But the message, the way Dan Campbell operates, the way his players respond, I like the Jamal Williams thing. I don't understand anyone knocking it. I don't understand anyone busting chops because he was emotional. You have to understand something is, A, these guys who really appreciate what they do for a living understand it's only a couple years. If we're on this planet for 70 years, your football career, on average, makes up 3.5. And if you're a guy like Jamal Williams, and you know your role in this league is kind of a backup running back, but a good one, you're fighting for your professional life. And you're on a bad team who won 3 games last year, and you may only have a year or 2 left. Him delivering that message and him coming from a successful organization in Green Bay, it's credibility. You can't not respect Jamal Williams. And I don't think these guys in this room have any other choice but to respect Dan Campbell because his message delivered on Hard Knocks, it came across as authentic. It wasn't a coffee order at a podium. It wasn't a comedy routine. It wasn't a space helmet. This is the real Dan Campbell. And I think for most people, ourselves included, who, let's face it, nobody cares about calisthenics or canned interviews. This is him with his team behind the scenes that nobody really gets. And I came away, I'll be very upfront with you. I don't have to love the approach to respect it. I respect the approach because the players respect it. And I think that's part of why I'm so optimistic about this team, above and beyond the football reasons, above and beyond what they do have and what they don't have. So I want to know where you guys are at with the Hard Knocks debut last night. I came away more optimistic about it. I come away feeling stronger in my belief that this team is going to surprise a lot of people. I think they're going to be a pain in the ass to play against. I think they're going to be a very, very tough out on a week-in, week-out basis. And I know there's no participation trophies. There's no award for losing close or trying hard. I'm just telling you, if we're sitting here, David, what is it, 3 weeks from 4 weeks from today, correct?
Yeah.
If we're sitting here roughly a month from now, would it shock me if they beat the Philadelphia Eagles on the opener? No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Would it shock me if we were doing a radio show on Monday 5 weeks from now if they were 2-0 after beating the Commanders? No, it wouldn't. I'm not predicting it. I'm trying to give you context for where my optimism lies and the level of my optimism. And look, I am going to approach it this season that when they do play a team like Seattle, when they do play a team like the Giants, when they do play a team like the Jets, and I'm spitballing here, my expectation is to win those games.